And I just want to start with tensions between Russia and Ukraine. And we've heard in the last couple of days from some Ukrainian government officials minimizing or downplaying the imminence of a potential Russian invasion. There seems to be disconnect between Washington and Kyiv here. And is there concerns in Washington that talking up the Russian threat is, in fact, weakening the Ukrainian government?
Well, I can only speak for our intention and our responsibility. And we feel it's important to be open and candid about the threat from Russia. It's not just words, of course. You are seeing specifics that we've been laying out here, including over 100,000 troops on Ukraine's borders, amassed on the border with more troops and weaponry on the way. They've also been surging troops into Belarus, which our UN ambassador spoke about this morning, seeing about a surge of 5,000 troops in Belarus with plans for more in the coming weeks. We're also seeing Russia undertake efforts to destabilize Ukraine, including through a possible false flag operation. It's dangerous. We've been saying for more than a week that Russia could invade at any time. I would note, though, that our effort is to ensure we're informing the American public and the global community of the seriousness of this threat, even as we work with the Ukrainians, with the Europeans, to ensure we are not only preparing them and providing them supplies that they need, but standing up and making clear to the Russians what the consequences will be. So I can't speak to the motivation or the reasoning for the comments of Ukrainian leadership. I can only speak to what our efforts are here.
And is there any discussion underway in Washington of providing sort of economic stabilization to the Ukrainian government to say try to deal with capital flight and other sort of domestic concerns as this sort of stalemate continues right now?
Additional economic assistance beyond humanitarian assistance or other economic assistance we've provided? Yeah. I'm not aware of that, but I can check and see if there's more specifics from our team.
On Capitol Hill, there is bipartisan legislation that seems to be coming through pretty quickly that would include potentially preemptive sanctions against Russia ahead of a potential invasion, further invasion. Is that something the president is willing to sign into law should it pass?
Well, we are working very closely with Congress on Ukraine and Russia and the tensions we're seeing build up at the border. We've briefed you on the number of conversations we've had, both in a classified and an unclassified format, and we've also had a range of conversations about this legislation. We certainly are encouraged by the fact that there is bipartisan discussions about how to hold Russia accountable, how to have a deterrent impact. Our view is that sanctions can be an effective tool of deterrence, and the deepening sell-off in Russian markets reflects our message to Russia. But we are in these conversations with Congress, and we look forward to continuing those.
And